Yo, what up? Snoop here, y'all. Thanks for joining me over here at my YouTube. Thanks for subscribing. Today I want to talk to you guys about how to have balance. Personally, what it is that I do when I'm just kind of feeling a little bit burnt out from work, or when I've had a really hectic day or busy week. First and foremost, I think it's so important to make sure that you put God first, and that you take that time to make sure that you're praying, centering yourself, mediating, whatever it is that you do to kind of make sure that you're centered and focused. Such a really important thing to make sure that you're doing, and that's gonna, number one, keep you even more centered and focused no matter what may come through your day, spirits, energy, bad news, so be it, you know what I'm saying? Two, I think it's very important to make sure that you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. The business world can be a very stressful world. It can be very time consuming. So, you have to make sure that you know what you're signing up for. All right. And knowing that, of course, we're going to have some bad days. We're going to have some stressful days. And so let's talk about it. What are some of the things that we do when we are experiencing some of those things, and how do we get past it? Everything can't just be centered around business. All right. Everything can't just be centered around having a good time. Everything can't just be centered around drinking or centered around this, you know what I mean? We all need balance in our lives. It's very important to make sure that, for me, I'm first and foremost a mother. I'm somebody's girlfriend, somebody's best friend, somebody's daughter, someone's sister. And so it's very important for me to make sure that I'm keeping those roles up. I used to be the type of person that nothing really mattered other than my businesses. I've put almost at different times in my life, I've put almost everything second, including myself, to these businesses. And that's just something that at this point in my life that I'm no longer willing to do. Because, when I die, it's not going to say Michelle Dillard, the owner of Dillard Hospitality Group. It's going to say Michelle Dillard, mother, sister, daughter, etc. You want to make sure that you're giving time to those people as well. Some of the things that I do that provide me with a lot of stress relief, and I think it's just it's just very important to know yourself and to know what things provide you with those types of stress relief. For me, some of the things are vacationing. I love to vacation. That's a time when I'm kind of away from my businesses. I'm having a good time. Even though I try to always be reachable, I still check my emails several times a day when I'm out of town and when I'm on vacation. But it always seems to give me just that rejuvenating energy, that I feel like I need. And so it's very important for me to make sure that I'm taking a major vacation at least every other month. Because when I'm in the city, most of the time I'm working about 60 hours a week. So it's very important to make sure that I'm vacationing and going places. I like to learn about other cultures, really like to travel, out of the country. And so that's really big for me. If I can't get out of town, another thing that I do that provides a lot of stress relief for me is getting massages. Of course, when you're getting massages, it's a very relaxed environment. They generally play some type of waterfall type music. I try to get a good massage, if not every week, every other week. That's really big for me. I kind of feel the same way about facials. A facial is kind of like another form of a massage. So of course they're treating your face and that, but also they end up doing different types of massages on you as well. Reading. So reading is another thing that I like to do. I feel like it takes me on a mental vacation. One of the things that I really enjoy about reading versus like watching TV, when you're watching TV, you're just sitting there watching. When I'm reading, my mind is on a mental journey because you're in your head, you're imagining what it is that you're reading about. Just lastly, it's important to make sure that you're taking those breaks from work. So I'm always showing how I probably get 100 emails every 2-3 hours, and it can be very frustrating and annoying if I'm sitting there checking them every single hour, because I'm like, okay, good, I'm done. Then I go back and look at it and it's like, okay, I got 200 more emails. I'll never get past this. So for me, I had to get to the point where I check my emails just 3 times a day, all right? So I'll check it right when I first get up. Then I'll check it about around lunchtime, and then I'll check it again, you know, at maybe about 5 or 6 o'clock. Now I'm lying, I probably really check them about 5 times a day, but it used to be to the point I checked my email about 10 to 12 times a day, okay? That's very time consuming. It gets it to the point that business is always on your mind. If something is in that email that's frustrating, you know, you could be at your child's recital, you know, an award ceremony for your mom or whatever the case may be, and then you're not even in your best mindset because your mind mentally is still with business or still at the job. You know, so you have to have an off button, you know. And I'm also the type of person, you know, just because I'm gonna stay up to 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning working, I'm not expecting responses from my team at that time, you know what I mean? I don't expect responses from them until 9, 10, 11 o'clock, you know, in the morning the next day. So make sure you levy your expectations as well. You're the owner of that company. So just because you're willing to put in 20 hours a day, it doesn't mean somebody else has to, all right? But you'll be much more happier if you have that balance and you make sure that you have some of those things in place that you know that you really enjoy, that take your mind off from business. Because life is truly about balance, and it just doesn't have to do with business. It has to do with everything in life. All right. Well, make sure y'all continue to follow me on Instagram at WhoIsSnoop. Make sure you guys head on over to my course website at courses.whoissnoop.com. I've got about 6 different courses, and I'm actually filming another one for you guys next week. So let me get out of here and get to it.